my own Marvel character. I used to draw this when I first saw Marvel, and I decided, hey yo, I like this. I'm gonna try and create my own. And I did. And I have it now to present, even though I can't show no face cam or anything. I called him Kai. Kai, and I also redrew him earlier. It sucked though, because I can't draw. His name's Kai. Kai is a normal teenager who's about the same age as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. He's the same age as Spider-Man, and you know what he is? So, his superpower is that he can create these red energy blasts and beams, which are very destructive. Now, he would be a normal teen until he's blasted radioactive and going to a chemical site where his parents work at, and a giant nuclear explosion killed his parents when he was about 5, but he still survived. And got natural superpowers where he can fly, levitate, and float, shoot out these actually red energy blasts, which he can shoot from his hands, which are very destructive. He can also shoot these beams out of his hands. If he combines them, they're even stronger. He has the ability to fly way faster than normal, but he just doesn't know how to use it. Now, if I had a movie for him, let me explain what it would be. Start off with our own character, Kai. I said Kai because of Dragon Ball, Supreme Kai, King Kai, you know, just Kai in general. K-A-I. K-I-I. K-I-A, killed in action. Now let's get into this. We start off with our basic teenager, Kai, walking around his school. Instantly, 3 bullies would approach him and push him into a locker saying, lunch money, now smarty, you better give it before we destroy you. When they do this and he tries to lift him up, he's not going up. So then the bully insults him saying, you're so fat that I can't even pick you up. Kai, though, with a smart look says, or maybe you're just not strong, as he instantly breaks his hand. As he goes, ugh, my hair! He goes, what? How did you do that, you little brat? As he punches him in the face, but Kai isn't even phased. He goes, as he grabs it and throws his arm back, which actually throws the entire guy back. Instantly, he says, get him, guys! Get him, boys! As he rushes in, and they both Punchy catches both and flings them across the entire hallway, knocking them both out as he goes, as he's about to get angry, but then he stops, because he was about to kill them as he walks away. Now, I want to add a couple of Marvel characters to my movie, since Spider-Man Homecoming had some Marvel characters. It had Iron Man and a couple more, I think. So let's get into this. Kai would find out that he really can do it, because he never actually knew he had powers. It's just now that he realized that punch didn't actually hurt. So he decided to get smart. So he then charges up something in his hand. He realizes, what the heck is this? Then he suddenly lets go of his energy, and then it launches into the sky, creating a massive explosion. As he goes, whoa. Then a person in an iron suit walks up to him saying, are you the person who just launched that blast in the air? He goes, yes, my name is Kai. As he deactivates the suit saying, I'm Tony Stark. He says, Mr. Stark, I'm a big fan. I don't know why he would say that. It's just because, like, he's kind of popular, I guess. He says, nice, nice. Now this is after Endgame, remember. As he takes him somewhere else. Brings him up to a giant ship in space. As he goes, where am I? Am I not on Earth? Instantly, all the Avengers are there. Hulk, aka Bruce Banner, Thor, Spider-Man. Sadly, no Chadwick Boseman since he's gone. We also have Loki, Reflect, or whatever that dude's name is. Black Widow, Black Widow jumped off a cliff and died. Captain Marvel, I'm just gonna say she's there. And a couple of more that I'm not gonna say. Instantly, he says, so, what am I doing here? He says, you're not shocked? He says, nope. Thor says, we've seen your power, and we want you to join. You could help throughout the universe and stop any future threats. He goes, sure. He says, Iron Man asks first, do you have any family? And he kind of gets emotional there, saying that his parents died in a nuclear explosion, which gave him this power. As he goes, alright. Instantly, Iron Man says that he'll show him how to use it. Because Iron Man's seen, and with one glance, he already knows how to use his power. Instantly, Iron Man keeps on training him on showing him how to use his power. As Stark is telling him, you have to shoot faster and more precise. You can also do an ultimate attack with both of your hands if you combine them. He combines them and says, not like that. Separate them and put the back of your hands together. He goes, okay, as he cups his hands. As he goes, it launches that attack, which blows a hole into the ship, actually colliding with a planet. But then he starts to lose control. His eyes glow red, his hair flares up in a red aura. His whole entire body is swirled with aura. Instantly punches Tony Stark out of the ship. As he goes, he powers up, cracking all around the ship. Thor and all the Avengers are like, what's going on? Instantly, Bruce Banner turns into Hulk, and then rushes into the room where they are, and sees Christian out of control, as he just whipped Iron Man across the planet, across the galaxy. Instantly, Tony Stark turns into Iron Man, and then flies back over and says, we have to neutralize him quickly, or he's gonna kill us all. Instantly, they rush at Kai, but Kai instantly grabs his arm and throws Iron Man to a planet, because of how powerful he is. He instantly dodges Hulk's attack with little to no difficulty, then puts a blast to his stomach and launches him out of the ship. Thor and Captain Marvel arrive as they start to attack him to try and calm him down. He catches Captain Marvel's and Thor's Stormbreaker as he rips them both together. As then he kicks them away, he goes, bursting even more aura. Instantly, he is rushed at by Tony Stark with 2 blasters. They launch him, but he creates his own energy blade from his hand and creates it into a real sword and cuts Tony Stark's blast in half. He looks at him going, as he appears punching the heart key of Tony Stark's, breaking it. Of Tony Stark's Mark 87, or whatever it's called. He breaks it and launches Tony to the ground, which Captain Marvel catches him and brings him to the ship, saying that we'll have to take care of him. Hulk actually lands a punch, which barely even phases Kai, which knocks him out of the ship, though. He goes, as he flies with full force and punches Hulk again. Then he grabs Thor's throat and throws him. Blasts Loki. Then he's basically defeated the entire Avengers. But Thor throws his Stormbreaker and his hammer, colliding with Kai, knocking him out. He goes, as he wakes up, he apologizes for what happened. And Tony Stark kind of gets a little mad, telling him that he knew that he was not in control. As Christian says no, he just remembers that he went out of control. A couple of years later, he's about 18. He's about 17 now, since he was like 15 before. He can now master his power. He can destroy a planet if he wants. He says, there's a brand new monster on Earth that we want you to take care of. His name is Gigantomachia. He goes, right. He flies down to Earth and goes, instantly punches the monster, knocking it back, but it barely does anything to the monster. It goes, he instantly activates his red eyes and then creates a beam launching it at the monster. He's got a brand new army outfit, basically. He was given that kind of like battle vest. As he goes, as it collides with the monster, which barely does anything. One of the bullies says, that's Kai. Instantly Kai shoots a blast at him, but Tony Stark blocks it, saying, what the heck do you think you're doing? And he says that someone found out his identity. And he goes, as Tony Stark knocks him out, instantly says, you guys don't bother with this. Kai says, and shoots him all, ow, I cut my face. He instantly starts launching hundreds of blasts at Gigantomachia. He creates one big one and throws it down, colliding with the monster. It's still up, and then its creator, Zordon. I'm kidding. Zordo comes out. He goes, as he rushes up and punches Kai so hard that his stomach breaks open almost. As blood splatters out from his mouth, as then he shoots a couple energy blasts, which the man deflects with a shield, with Captain America's shield and Thor's Stormbreaker. He goes, what that's Mr. Thor and Captain America's weapon. He goes, hi, as they see Captain America and Thor on the ground. Thor slowly grabs his hammer and activates God of Thunder. He instantly starts to fight, but Kai, who's still in the sky floating, launches 2 beams down, which hits him in the back, barely does anything. Thor says that he'll let him take care of it, as him and Captain America dip. Instantly, he decides that there's only one way to get out of this, and that's to grab Thor's Stormbreaker and Captain America's shield and enhance them with his own power. Instantly, he's about to get hit in the face, and he hits, getting basically launched out of the planet, which he flies back in full speed and lands a punch, but he just catches it, saying, "Young Kai, there's no way you'll defeat me," as he puts his staff to Kai's stomach and erases him from existence. Kai goes, "Ah!" as he falls to the ground. And he's already gone. As then, the Avengers can't really do anything, as Zordo starts destroying the entire planet, just by destroying the crust. As he goes, "Ah!" Instantly, Kai needs to do something. The Avengers are really starting to crank up the heat with fighting him, because they're stopping those laser beams from his eyes from hitting the Earth. As Kai is still unconscious, actually gone, there's nothing he can do. The Avengers are being tossed around by Zordo, they say that he might be on the level of Thanos, but then Spider-Man says, no, there's no way he's on the level of him, he's way below. He says that Thanos is way harder than this. Tony Stark agrees, saying, yeah, he probably is. Instantly, Captain Marvel lands a punch, but it barely even sends him back. He shoots a beam at her, almost destroying her stomach area, as she's hit to the ground. Then, Thor tries to hit him with a punch, but he's instantly blocked and kicked to the ground. Tony Stark tries to shoot out a unibeam, but that's blocked by his random shield. By Captain America's shield. Captain America tries to punch, but he's dodged and kicked to the ground. Loki tries to beam him, because I don't know who's the guy with the beam thing. I don't know his name. Instantly is defeated. And Loki is too. They're all defeated. And he says, now I'll finish your petty superhero lives. Starting with you, Tony Stark. But he says, but I think I'll kill your friends first. He shoots a beam at Captain Marvel, disintegrating her instantly. Then he looks at Peter Parker and kills him, then through all of them until he has Tony Stark left. Then he starts laughing in pity, but then Tony Stark's gone, as he doesn't know where he is. But then he hears a voice saying, behind you, idiot. As then, instantly, he goes, oh, as it's Kai. His eyes are glowing red with the Stormbreaker and the Captain America shield. His eyes are glowing red, the Stormbreaker's glowing with red lightning, the shield is powered up by his newly evolved red shield. As he goes, you're going to pay! You're going to pay! His hair flares up. As he goes, you're going down! He goes, ah! And shoots a beam, but it's instantly blocked by Captain America's boosted shield. As then he throws a Stormbreaker, cutting off his arm. He goes, ah! But then, its Stormbreaker comes back to his hand. He slices him, but it barely does anything to crack his skin. But then Tony Stark shoots a unibeam, and all the Avengers shoot their attacks at the Stormbreaker, giving it more power. As he throws the shield, which distracts him for a second as it falls into Captain America's arms. As he goes, dah! Hitting him with the axe. Hitting him with the axe. Then he goes to try and hit him, but then Zordo tries to hit him, but then Kai dodges and slices him again. As he goes, oh no! As Kai goes, ah! As he slices him back, but then the Stormbreaker drops from his hands as it lands in Thor's arm, as he goes, come here, me! as he charges up the beam so big that it's big enough to kill someone. That's it for now. I'm kind of bored. Well, Kai